All right, this ain't gonna be long. I just had to debunk one thing. This should take all of 15 minutes, right? What up, Ken Folk in the chat? My sweetheart, Sheba Mooncoat, the baddest moderator this side of the Mississippi. Can y'all hear me good? Let me know. Hit that one if you can. Mike Kikoji, you was killing their ass tonight. They had to block you. They had to erase your comments. Mike, you was killing their ass in the chat. Squally Vision. Well, you see, I seen Ankh create an argument because he was getting slaughtered with the info, so he got disrespectful. Yep, basically. He's trying to, see, I know Ankh longer than all these cats. I knew Ankh before there was a Facebook. I know Ankh's tactics. I said, Ankh don't want to debate me. He's going to create an argument. He's going to insult me and make sure we get into an argument and blow up on that live stream, and then he can say, oh, fuck that nigga, I ain't talking to that nigga. It's all drama. It's intentional, I'm telling you. I can't. It's intentional, I'm trying to tell you. Y'all don't know Ankh like I know Ankh. Ankh do not want this smoke. And we're going to show right now, right? Thank you, Sheba Mooncoat. Sheba, was I supposed to send you a free gift? I think I was. I might have forgot. You know I'm old. So work with me. Like, see, it's 12:30 out here in Cali. That means it's 2:30, 3 in the morning elsewhere. So I know ain't nobody paying attention to me. But I just had to make this live stream. Niggas will see this shit in the morning. So check it out. These cats, hold on. Let me just share my screen. Okay. These cats today did a 5-hour live stream about Chief X and my claims, right? It says Ankh gives Chief X one last chance to retract his false claims about race in ancient Egypt. All right. For the last hour of the show, I came on the panel and we got into it. But since they were talking about me, and the first time damn near all year that they let me come on to try to defend my shit, as long as they talk about my shit for hours, right? You know what I mean? So here we go. This is how I do it. These other fake niggas don't do it the way I do it. I play their words, and I play them making their claim so the people can see it. and then I go correct it. So nobody can ever say Chief X lied on us. They'll lie on me all the time. They'll make a false narrative, have they followers thinking something is this way, but it's really another way. That's why I keep saying, play my words and then correct me. They refuse to do that because my words are not wrong and I don't teach no misinformation, right? So here we go. I'm going to play their claim and we're going to clean up the lie. Because Ankh don't know shit about Egypt. Smash Rockwell, sometimes we call him the Magi, which I like the brother, but we disagree on this topic. But I'm going to go hard on this video. Because he's assassinating my character and fronting like I'm wrong or something. No, these niggas is wrong. And they can't let it go because they've been teaching this shit for fucking decades. And I'm going to show you, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And Smash Rockwell don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He knows a little more than Ankh, but both these niggas is wrong. And don't know shit about Egypt except stealing their fucking history. They might know a little meta-natter, a little bit of this shit, but compared to a real Egyptologist, all these niggas is whack and pale in comparison and don't know a motherfucking thing compared to a real Egyptologist with credentials. Okay? Would you say, Sheba, it's 2:30 in New Orleans? We had parades tonight. Wow. You say, my Ankh started acting like a little kid when you finished him. Goddamn right I did. I'm about to finish these niggas right here, and I don't know why they talking all this shit when I've been dropping heat rock, when I've been dropping daggers after daggers after daggers all year long. What the fuck do I really got to debate about anymore? I'm teaching these niggas. I ain't got to debate these niggas. I'm teaching them. Here we go. Listen to the fucking claim.
Here. He was talking about how the people who live along the rivers are the black in skin. But we have to go into the book to see that. But again, why is this so easy? Oh, there you go. Look. And the majority of them, especially those who dwell along the river, are black in color and have flat noses and woolly hair. Now, how?
Pause. So he's trying to allude to the fact that along the river, he's talking about Nile River, are these black folk. And they call this black person that you see on the bottom of this screen an Egyptian. Listen, we'll hear him. They call this guy on the bottom of the screen right an Egyptian. And these cats, Ankh, in Smash Rockwell, a.k.a. Magi, thinks it's an Egyptian. Like, I'm like, how are you niggas who's supposed to have been studying this shit forever, teaching this shit, you act like you could read meta-netter, but you call this person an Egyptian? Well, let's just listen to him. Prove it, Chief X. Okay.
How could I find a quote like this to counteract a person, and even the North African person in the chat? What do you have from ancient times that say the people was all olive? No ancient historian in the world says that.
Look at Ankh sitting here trying to halfway agree with him. Ankh don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but let's go.
So that picture's depicting what?
Look at him with a smirk on his face. He's thinking this motherfucker's an Egyptian. Look at him.
The photograph we see here is what I think this is in the Temple of Seti. Mm-hmm. This says retina.
Pause. First of all, it's not the Temple of Seti. Smash is wrong. Let's go.
Which means people, are Egyptians, to be specific. And I just cropped this one out because at this time they was the
pause. You hear what he said? He said, I just cropped this one out and he put it together with these words and playing a fucking mind game with you niggas because they think you're dumb. They think you're dumb and you won't know no better. So what Chief X got to do is save your honor and help you see through a bunch of lies that these niggas throw on you. I'm trying to help your dumb ass, but you'd rather side with the devil over the righteous man. What you say? My voice is a little low on your thing. I got my mic on. I'm speaking into the mic. But you know what? Maybe it's because I shared. Hold on, but let me just go ahead. So let's just hear these liars.
Depicting themselves exactly the same as Nubians. So I'm saying, what's ignorable about this argument? If this happens to be an argument in front of some sane, logical people, you would not be able to not respond to a quote like this. The majority of them, he's from the 1st century before Christ, and he's saying the majority of them, especially those who dwell along the river, are black in color and have flat noses and woolly hair. Isn't that checkmate? Don't you, unless you have a
pause. He said that's checkmate. He's talking about me. He's saying he checkmated Chief X. We'll see. Come on.
Source that says the opposite from around the same time period.
And that's a fucking Egyptian right there. No matter what y'all niggas say. Why? Because like I was taught, the shit, it ain't a fucking cartoon, picture fucking cartoon. It's going to always tell you what it's talking about right there. So if a nigga, if you can't read Meta Nature, know what the fuck it's saying, you'd have to shut the fuck up. So
he's telling us, good black Americans, to shut the fuck up because we can't read Meta Netter, and neither can he. But neither can Smash Rockwell because he's wrong as fuck, obviously. And he's showing a picture that has been photoshopped on social media. Oh, we're going to get into it. Let's go.
There go your fucking black Egyptians. Shut the fuck up. Hate to be vulgar, but there's a bunch of nonsense around this.
Damn, and Ankh is real cocky with it, ain't he? He said, there go your black Egyptians. Now shut the fuck up. Ankh is real cocky and aggressive with it. Let's go.
This motherfucker, and niggas is rolling their chests out like they can't get shot the fuck up.
I'm waiting to get shot the fuck up. I got my chest poked out, Ankh. But you guys failed miserably here.
Talk about what that scholarship though. I'm a Raw Squad the fuck up.
Okay, I'm in Raw Squad, about to get smashed. Let's go, Chief X. Show these niggas what really time it is. That picture was a picture Wujaru, former Amin Ra Squad member, used to speak on and made a video about. This video I have on my YouTube page is called Color, Depiction, and Scholarly Racism of Ancient Egyptians by Wujaru. They was mad as hell when I downloaded Wujawa's video and posted it on my page because it backed me. And I had a Meta-Netter teacher named Wujawa co-sign me about Black Egypt. Oh, and they was pissed. Ankh wanted to have me take this video down because it was on point.
Inclusive of themselves makes 4 is what people are calling the Table of Nations. And I've gone over this many, many, many times. Let me see if I have a picture of it real quick to show as I'm speaking. Okay, right here.
Bam. Pause. People call this picture at the top right here the Table of Nations. That's a fake-ass picture in a Photoshop. This one at the top, right here where my mouse is. This is what Smash Rockwell cropped out and put next to the pictures of the Greek men. And people on social media have been lying forever about this top fake-ass Photoshop picture, and they're claiming one of them is a Nubian and one is an Egyptian, and as they're dressed the same. This is a fake Photoshop picture at top that niggas have been using for a long time to act like one of these black men are the Egyptian and one is the Nubian. Fake as fuck.
If you've ever wondered, now I'm sure you all have seen this in some form or fashion, seen these pictures in some form or fashion when people talk about the race of the ancient Egyptians. They always go, matter of fact, they really only go to this top one here. Let me put my arrow on there.
Pause. Wujao said they really always only use this top one for a reason, because it was a Photoshop picture and it's a fake. And they like to use it because it shows some black folk who are really Nubians. And they claim one is an Egyptian. Straight bullshit and wrong.
Really only show this one. A lot of people show this one because they like to show this and say, this is the Remich and this is the Nahisiu. So they saw them as the same. And that's what people are posting on Facebook even recently.
Now, bam, they should have known better to show that picture. They should have known Chief X was going to be all over that. They should have known Chief X don't take no motherfucking wooden nickels. Let's go. The Book of Gates. That's where those pictures are. Prove it, Chief X. The Book of Gates. The Book of Gates is an ancient Egyptian funerary text dating from the New Kingdom. It narrates the passage of newly deceased soul into the next world, corresponding to the journey of the sun through the underworld during the hours of the night. And pictures like this, right here, are in the Book of Gates. Here they go. There they go. There they go. And guess what? Let's just go here. Here's that picture that he cropped and cut out. What does it say right here? Nubians in the 5th hour of the Book of Gates in the tomb of Ramses. Huh? That's right there. That's the picture they was using? Yep, Chief X, that's what they was using, Chief X. Bust their ass, Chief X. Okay, I'm gonna bust their ass. What does that say? Nubians. So do Ankh and Smash Rockwell know what the fuck they talking about? Nope. Should you listen to them about ancient Egypt? Hell no. You heard them. I played the words out their mouth. Both of them said that they were Egyptians. But here's the truth. They're Nubians. Nubians in the 5th hour of the Book of Gates in the tomb of Ramses. There it go. And they're next to each other. That's the real photo. This up top right here is the Photoshop fake picture where they're spaced out and they got other Hyksos and a Libyan in the middle of them. But the real picture is them right here side by side, and there's no meta writing all in the middle like you see here. It's fake. These are the real pictures in the Book of Gates. They're Nubians. They showing them bound right here. Smash Rockwell and Ankh, you're fucking wrong, or you're just habitual liars. These are Nubians, they're not Egyptians. Why would you lie to black folk? Why would you niggas do that? Okay. Why was they mad at you? Because you posted Wujawa's video, Chief X. Because Wujawa's video breaking down the color depiction in ancient Egypt backs what the fuck Chief X been saying. And they was mad when I posted this video. They said, take it down. Take it down. I said, whoa, this is from your Amun-Ra squad member. Are you disagreeing? No, they didn't disagree. They just knew that it backed me and make them look bad. Let's go.
Now, I've gone over this many times, and I probably will do it again, but I'm not going to do it now. But my point to show this is that if you've ever wondered, though, why only 4 groups? Because people like to call this the Table of Nations, as if the Egyptians was trying to do myself. So let me just...
I fast forwarded. I'm moving forward. I'm just showing you how the racism and the color depiction and how these niggas been lying to you about the color black. And that when you see pitch black Egyptians like Nefertiti, it represents death in Egyptian art iconography or fertility. It's not how Nefertiti looks.
Just repeat myself one last time then. Let me go back to the picture because I'm going to summarize. Because you all know I can get real long-winded. I'll talk to y'all till I'll put y'all to sleep. This will be like a bedtime story. Okay, so this was my original picture that I posted, and everybody can read my post, so I'm not going to read it over again. But
I'm pausing. This is Nefertiti on the left in her blackness, which represent death, rebirth, or fertility. But on the right, this is also Nefertiti looking like a white woman with a fucking straight nose. So will the real Nefertiti stand up? This is the real Nefertiti right here. Not symbolic of death. So niggas been showing you this black picture and not telling you it represents death, fertility, or rebirth. It doesn't mean that's her skin color. You fucking liars.
But the point here is that Ahmose Nefertari, who is seen in all 3 of these pictures, is the same person.
Pause. She's in all 3 pictures. Excuse me. I just said 2. In these 2 on the right, she's white. And this one on the left, she's only black in death. Why have y'all been lying? And why y'all don't teach the people this truth? Black Egypt has been debunked. I've changed my mind. I'm not debating Ankh. It would be a waste of time. These niggas is dumb.
We know that because her name is in the glyphs. I pointed them out to you. You see it here. You see her name here. You see her name here.
Okay. Goro, you corrected me if I pronounced her name wrong. Excuse me. Ahmose Nefertari. As I say Nefertiti, I get confused with the name. But yes, you're right. Ahmose Nefertari.
Okay. But she is depicted differently. She's depicted with black pigment on the left and yellowish pigment on the right, upper and lower. Okay. So either you got to take them all literally or just realize that you're definitely cherry picking and you have no basis by which to make any claims. It's just some arbitrary feelings that you have and you just want to tell somebody. But that's not the way to go. That's not how we do scholarship. That's not how we do science. So my point is that she is not literally black skin. Black has a very significant meaning in the culture. And I'll just give you a few of the many because people have asked me on the post. The reason why they paint her black and a few others black is based on the funerary context. So with her, she is found, and this is rare for a person to be found in other people's tombs. So she is depicted in over 50 private tombs, 50, okay? Because she was deified for her great works when she was alive, what she did, because she is like the mother of the 18th dynasty. And I suggest you all look her up because she is definitely a very highly venerated woman, African woman.
So smash Rockwell and Ankh. Why don't you debate Wujaru, who actually can read Meternetter and is telling you the same thing I've been telling you. Debate Wujaru. Fuck Chief X.
In Kemet, okay? And let me just say that the Egyptians, and I forgot to say this earlier, the Egyptians were wholeheartedly African. So that should satisfy everybody. They're African.
Now, this is what people need to stop saying also, that they're African. And people need to say, because black folk, black Americans, have an identity crisis. So when a black American hears the word African, all they can think of is a black person with kinky nappy head, and that's a African. They don't understand or know that North Africa are not black Africans. So when you say they're African, black Americans' minds go crazy. So people should stop saying they're African and say they are North African. It's a distinction. It's just like when you're talking about Thailand. You say Southeast Asia, and you make it plain that you're not talking about fucking Turkey. Oh, Turkey and Thailand is on the continent of Asia, but they're different people. So I can't just sit here and say Asians and think everybody will understand. So when I'm talking about people in Thailand, I'm saying Southeast Asia. So same thing with Africa. When you talk about Africa and you claim somebody is African, say it right. Say these are North Africans, because North Africa is different than West Africa. North Africa is different than East Africa. Keep shit real and stop confusing the people. From now on, when you talk about Egyptians, say they are North African. Also, another point. Niggas been bullshitting you, right? About and I used to teach this too, and I apologize for even teaching it. They say Nile Valley civilizations. That's a fucked up term. It was a term started by Afrocentrics when they say Nile Valley civilizations. Nobody in the world of academia uses that phrase, Nile Valley civilizations. Afrocentrics started that phrase because they wanted to include Egypt, Sudan, and Ethiopia all as one and all as one people, and that's not the fucking truth. They're all different people. They're all different cultures. In fact, the ancient Egyptians and the Nubians spoke a totally whole different language. Whole different language family. They were not the same. So when you talk about people on the continent, not country, on the continent of Africa, you be specific so we won't think you bullshitting us. From now on, when anybody say African, you make a distinction. You say West African, North African, South African, or East African, or Central African. We're not playing the mind game no more. When people are trying to make a whole continent all one people, straight bullshit. Separate yourself, just like a person in Cambodia separates themselves from an Armenian. They are not the same people. And they do not talk like they're the same people. They do not claim they're the same people like black Americans do about all of Africa. These niggas is jive turkeys. Make it fucking plain and say North Africa from now on.
Egypt then and Egypt now is still on the continent of Africa. And if you think otherwise, then I don't know what school you went to or college, but whatever that was, where.
Okay, basically, hold on, let me come on back to y'all. Don't try me. What they say, don't try me, try Jesus. You can't fuck with me. Ankh, you don't want this debate. You never did want it. You started chaos today. You started insulting me. I already knew your tactics. I knew what you were going to do. I said it when I came on the stream. I already knew. Ankh is about to start an argument. He's going to insult me so he doesn't have to debate me. It's the same shit he did on Sonetta TV 6 months ago. Them niggas don't want to debate me on this. I offered all of them. Every black person on earth, I offered $300. They didn't take it. Now all of a sudden they got their ass handed to them. I scalped they motherfucking ass like an Indian. Now they copping pleas and acting like they want it. Nigga, it's too late. I done killed the game already. I love y'all. I would never lie to you or miseducate you. They would. On purpose, too. That Cohiba. Hold on. And they gonna try to tell me the other day that broke ass Chief X broke. I'm gonna say I'm broke. I live in a little 1-bedroom. He's trying to clown me today. God damn it, I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment by myself and I pay my own goddamn rent. You don't. You live with your sister. Ankh told me today, this how immature this nigga. He said your mother's a whore. Wait a minute. Ankh said my mother's a whore today. This is how wild out this nigga gets. This is how much of an emotional wreck he becomes. Ankh's going through all this arguing and going back and forth, and all his students is beating his ass all year long. Let's be real. Wab Funk says, at the genesis of modern human civilization, black Africans were at the helm. How do you know? Those people who left out of Africa weren't black people 70K years ago. Oh, we breaking fake ass myths now. Sub-Saharan, double X architect was right. Sub-Saharan Africans never left out of Africa in the migration. Nope, you were wrong. Sub-Saharan Africans always been in Africa. That's why we have the least amount of Neanderthal DNA. Because those people who left out of Africa admixed with archaic humans, Neanderthals, Denisovans. Sub-Saharan Africans have the least, although we have some. I have like 0.004 Neanderthal DNA in me from my DNA test. Yeah, because Sub-Saharan Africans ain't the ones who left up out of Africa and admixed. All these myths we tearing down. Would you say, Brother Supremacy, please still take the debate? I was looking forward to seeing it. Brother Supremacy, yes or no? Did you see my 5-hour presentation called Black Egypt Debunked? And be honest for me. If you didn't watch all of it, be honest and let me know in the chat. Brother Supremacy. Ankh's 50-something years old, going on 60 years old, and act like a fucking kid. You ever see how Ankh wears his hat? He wears his hat like he's a fucking teenager. Look at my hat. My hat's on my motherfucking head like a normal grown-ass man. I'm not trying to emulate some teenagers, and this is not 19 motherfucking 80s and shit, Ankh. This is not the fucking 90s where we doing all this old shit. I don't do this shit no more. This is clown shit to me. Ankh will still wear his hat like he's a fucking teenager. You a grown-ass man, almost 60, Ankh. Doing this and shit. You know. All this old dumb shit. Yeah, man. Nigga, grow up. Shit. Wear your hat like a fucking normal man. You're too old for that dumb shit. It's a Cohiba cigar. Cohiba Red Dot. These are a low budget cigar, but I actually like them. I got a whole box of these things. Look. Hey, cigars ain't a broke nigga game. Cigars ain't for broke niggas. I'm doing fine. I'm not balling. I'm not no rich nigga. I'm doing fine in my little 1-bedroom apartment. Paying my own rent by myself. I'll have a home in 2 years. Cigars ain't for broke niggas. Y'all know I'm on here clowning too, so excuse me if I'm getting a little. It's just a little passionate, just a little talking shit. Sheba Moonco, I can send you whatever you want. I think I was supposed to send you something. I don't know if I sent your comment, but sometimes I be forgetting. If I told anybody I was gonna send them something and didn't, it's because I honestly forgot, or you just wasn't on my pay sheet. You know what I mean? But I got you covered. Sheba, I'm gonna send you something. Inbox me your address. Yeah, look, you'll never see a broke nigga with a box of cigars, ever. It was you who forgot? Okay. So send me your address. I'll send you a couple good things, Sheba Moonco. I got you covered, sweetie. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that. And in case you guys just didn't hear clearly, let's just hear him call this person an Egyptian again.
Says that.
So,
wait a minute. Let me share my screen. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Pictures depicting what?
The photograph we see here is what I think this is in the Temple of Seti.
Mm-hmm.
Pause. That's wrong. It's not in the Temple of Seti. You know what? It might be. But I think it's wrong. But that's not my main point. Let's listen.
This says Retmech, which means people, or Egyptians, to be specific.
And look at Ankh like he got something. Yo, man, I told you they black Egyptians. No, motherfucker, that's a Nubian.
And I just cropped this one out.
And these niggas have no idea, hold on, that this top picture is Photoshop. This is why I'm saying, do these niggas really read Metanetter? Or is all of it some trick? Because if you actually read Metanetter, you wouldn't have let this top picture right here fake you out. Like, for real. That's why I can't trust these motherfucking Egyptomaniacs.
Because at this time they was depicting themselves exactly the same as Nubians. So I'm saying, what's ignorable?
He's saying the Egyptians was depicting themselves exactly the same as Nubians. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. Because these both are Nubians, as you see. Nubians in the 5th hour of the Book of Gates in the tomb of Ramses. What did he say? The tomb of Seti? What the fuck? Book of Gates is an ancient Egyptian funerary text dating from the New Kingdom. It narrates the passage of newly deceased soul into the... This has nothing to do with the Temple of Seti. I mean, stop listening to all these fake-ass black American Egyptomaniacs. They've been miseducating you for decades. They've been lying for decades. I'm telling you. And Chief X got your back. What you say, Isaiah? Chief X, I have a question, my good brother. How do you feel about the Sentinelese people I know they don't share the same DNA as sub-Saharan Africans, but they look sub-Saharan. What is your thoughts? Now, Isaiah, out of all groups of people and humans on Earth, that specific group, the Adamanese people, I guess the same thing as the Sentinelese people, boggles everybody. People are confused of how they got there on that island. And you know what I mean? I have no idea about that. I'm totally confused about the Sentinelese people. And so is the rest of the world. Because actually they're Asian. And don't share the DNA or affinities to us West Central Africans. Bro, I don't know about them people. It's a fucking mystery. You know what I mean? What you say, indigenous black man said Lower Asia. Okay. But at least that's being a little more specific than just saying Asia. You know what I mean? But it just depends on the context of you using it when you're naming things, you know. What's up, Ayodele? The homie from Nigeria. I mean, not from Nigeria. From Ghana. I didn't know that was your YouTube name. But yeah, me and Omo Sosu, at the top of the chat. I met him when I went to Ghana. Real cool cat. Yeah. So get up on here tomorrow, Ankh, and smash Rockwell and apologize for being wrong, or at least say, you know what, we were mistaken. We're gonna correct ourselves. Chief X was right about this. He corrected us. Let them know Chief X corrected us and let us know that was a Photoshop picture. And those were Nubians, not Egyptians. Let's see if you're righteous. Let's see if you can come to the people and correct yourself and not have no, what I call, foolish pride. Say even Arabs, which you say Wabonk, even Arabs don't consider Northern Africans as Arabs. Yeah, because they're not. They're North Africans. And Berbers. Yeah, so, but yeah, they do share some genetic affinities, unlike us. Yeah, so good night, y'all. I had to set the record straight because they tried me today, but failed miserably.